Hi guys, this is a weird angle. I don't know why I filmed like this so you can see all my chins, but it's fine. I figured I'd just take you guys along for the day with me today. Just a random vlog. I really don't know where today's going to take me, to be honest. It's a bit of a weird, nervous day. So I'm starting off by going to the hospital. You may know, if you watch my videos, that I have a pulmonary embolism, which is a very dangerous thing. I almost had a heart attack. I'll link the video down below and it will probably be at the end of this video as well. It's been about a year that I've been on blood thinners trying to work on that, and today is hopefully the day if we find out if it's still there or not. And the big deal is, if it's not there, brilliant, I'm cured. If it is still there, then I'm gonna have to get booked in for surgery, is my understanding. So it's a big day. I'm a little bit nervous. Not so much for the result, but more so for the process of how they're going to find out. I don't know if it's going to be like a 15-minute check my symptoms, okay, you can go, or if I'm going to have to get a CT scan again and all that, and I'll be in for hours and hours and hours. So I'm kind of nervous. I do think there's going to be an x-ray of some kind happening today. So I'm wearing like the baggiest clothes. I've made sure there's no metal on any of my clothes or anything like that. So it's just nice and easy. But yeah, I figured I'd take you guys along for this weird day. I think I just need a little bit of company. Yeah, and we'll see what happens. Obviously, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to film in the hospital. Number one, because I obviously don't want to get other people's faces in it. But number two, because I feel awkward. But I'm going to try my best. And then, obviously, who knows where the rest of the day is going to take me. I might be home soon. I might stay in hospital all day. Who knows? So come along with me on this adventure. I've made it. And I'm so stupidly early. My appointment's at 10:15. I think it's like 9:20. I thought the traffic was going to be really bad being rush hour, and it just wasn't. And I was driving like super slow as well. But hey, at least I'm here. I've reversed into my parking space, which I never do, but I was like, I'll take the time to do it because the car parks here at the hospital are tiny. So sometimes getting out of a space is quite difficult. So I was like, well, it's quiet. I'll take the time now. I'll reverse park. So I'm very proud of myself. But yeah, I've got about 40 minutes to kill before I need to go in and find whatever department I need to find. I think it's respiratory medicine. How do you pronounce that? So I brought a big bag with me. As someone who has been to the hospital a few times, I know it's a lot of waiting about. So I brought a backpack with some snacks, because again, I don't know, am I going to be here over lunch? I don't know. And some books as well. So I think I'm just going to sit and read in the car for a little while and then head on in. Heading into the hospital. It's currently 10 o'clock, roughly. Take your guesses. What time am I going to leave the hospital? It could be 10:30, could be midnight, could be tomorrow. Who knows? "15 minutes." I was in for 15 minutes. It's 10:30. I can't believe that. That went beautifully. Not for the vlog though. I was kind of hoping to get like a CT scan for the vlog. But no, I just spoke to a doctor, went through how I was feeling, just answered a bunch of questions, kind of went through the whole story from start to end, just like in my video. And yeah, he said the chances of me still having a blood clot are very, very thin, and so I can come off the blood thinners. I'm cured. Yay. It's a big relief. I'm very glad. I'm glad I don't have to spend all day in the hospital, as I was thinking they might have to do if they were going to do loads of tests. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, do you not need to do tests? Like, are you just going off, you think it's probably gone? But you know, all I can do is trust the doctors. They did say I could do additional tests and they could find out if I have a propensity to get blood clots. So I just know what my likelihood is in the future. But like, we know why I got the blood clot, and it wasn't anything genetic or anything in my body. It was a type of medicine I was taking. So I was fine with it. I was just like, no, it's okay. And if I ever have a blood clot again, I'd probably do that just to be like, okay, well, what's actually going on? But seems to think my chances are good. The only thing would be if I was ever to have a baby, because if you're pregnant, you're more likely to get blood clots. and I, having had a blood clot, I'm already more likely to get a blood clot, so like it doubles. And I was like, you don't have to worry about that, I'm good. At this stage in my life, I'm not sure I want to be giving birth to any children. No thank you. It kind of grosses me out. So yeah, good news all round, but I was kind of hoping for a more interesting start to the vlog. I thought I'd be able to film myself going in the CT scan machine and all that sort of stuff, but apologies, it's literally just been me talking so far. But hey, I don't really know what to do with myself now. I don't want to go home just yet. I feel like I need to, like, I don't know, do something exciting. Okay, so you can't really see me, but since that appointment was so short, I've done my makeup, I've done my hair, I've come out. I was like, why go home straight away? Like, I'm right in Edinburgh. Let's do something nice, but I have no money. So let's do something that's free and nice. So I'm going to the museum, which I highly recommend doing as a free activity in Edinburgh. It's a lot of fun. It's a good museum. So I'm just gonna have a little walk around there. Figured, come along with me. Come and enjoy the sights and sounds of the National Museum of Scotland. We'll have fun. It's super windy, but we made it. This is Edinburgh Museum. It's absolutely gorgeous. I think it's one of the most beautiful buildings in the whole world. If I go down to this end, turn around. Is that not the coolest thing you've ever seen? Anyway, because I'm a child, I'm going into the animals and space first. Crazy how big some of these prehistoric animals were. Like, look, that's a tortoise. It's already pretty big. And then look at this fella. Honestly, ginormous. It's absolutely terrifying. What's more terrifying is all these above my head. I do not trust that they have put them up steadily enough. These guys look as if they've just said something they weren't supposed to. Like, you say something doesn't go down well and you're like, that's literally what they were doing. That is the wingspan of an albatross. That's insane. I don't think this is doing it justice. It's huge. It's like the size of a tall person. We're moving into the space section. It's actually not very good in terms of what it's got, but there's something about it that just makes me feel very relaxed. Like, I think it's all the stars at the back, but all the stuff in here is pretty boring. I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna move on. I'm so fickle. I'm not here to learn. I'm here to look. This is actually my favorite section. It's world cultures. So it's kind of looking at Aboriginal cultures throughout the world. And I don't know, I'm so interested in it. Like, look at this Native American, I assume. I can give you more information, but look at this outfit. It's amazing. It's the Thunderbird, which I believe, it doesn't actually say, but I believe it's like, oh, it's Canadian. Yeah, it's like North American. Things like that. I kind of wish I'd studied anthropology, you know. I think in another world, I would have studied anthropology and geography rather than psychology and crime. Very different things, but I kind of wish I'd done that. It would be so interesting. And then this is like northern, and then here's more like southern, like Mexico and things like that. I'm obsessed. And it's talking about like the different clothing throughout different countries. So this is Afghanistan, and then around here, I mean, this is all outdated now, most likely. And this is Iran, I think. I'm kind of like skim reading these. But yeah, super interesting. You know, I almost did a master's degree in Islamic studies. I have so much lore. Look at this car. This is a coffin. Crazy. Next we have fashion of varying different types. Very modern, obscure to like Victorian and Edwardian. And then over here, this is probably like Georgian, with like the crazy big dresses with all the patterns. I actually really like that one. I would totally wear that. But some of them are kind of normal, some of them are kind of crazy. I don't know, I feel like they could do more with this section, like fashion, you can go big. Okay, never mind. They went big. That's insane. What is this? It's a mantua in the early 1700s. I don't think this is like anyone's, like, they didn't say whose this was, but it's nuts. So cool. So this whole section is about like Scottish invention and discovery, and it's very cool, but as an autistic person, it makes me feel very overwhelmed. There's so much going on, and there's always a lot of children in here, which is why I'm filming up the way. So I'm just gonna scoot on right past. So this is the old section of the museum. It's more like the traditional museum. And by the way, I am missing out like lots of rooms, whole floors, so don't think this is all there is, but this is more about Scotland's history. And it's kind of boring, but kind of beautiful at the same time. Like, it's got all the really old stuff that needs to be kept in like certain light conditions and stuff, whereas the other things not so much. Casual grave over there. So it's like much more serious, but actually the smell of this part just brings me right back to my childhood before it got like a renovation. Love it. And all the stairs in this part as well are really tiny and scary. I don't know, I would not want to be here on my own at night. This is always cool to see. It's like a whole mill or something that's been like completely rebuilt in here. It's crazy. Like a old roof over there. I forget how big this place is. I'm out of the museum. I had such a good time. Didn't stay very long because like I know everything that's in the museum, but definitely recommend it if you're ever coming here. A lot of people say it's one of the best museums they've been to. I don't think I've been to enough to say, but it's pretty good. Although my favorite is, it's annoying, it's in York, and I've completely forgotten what it's called. If I can remember, I'll put it up on the screen. Anyway, that's my favorite museum personally, but anyway, that's not important. So I think what I'm going to do now is slowly head back home, head back to the car, head home, but on the way I might pick up a Burger King because I'm really craving a chicken royale, and I'll maybe get some chips for my mum and bring them to her work for her lunch break and just sort of sit with her for a little bit at work, and then head home back to my gorgeous little Jolene, who, don't worry, has not been on her own this whole time. My dad's been looking after her. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back home. I'm so sorry I completely forgot to vlog when I was at my mum's work. Completely slipped my mind. But we had a very nice time just sitting, chatting, eating Burger King. It was lovely. But now I'm back home. I've said hi to Jolene, kind of got myself changed into my comfy gym jams. It's about 1:30. I've got a lot to do today. I don't want to do any of it. But I think I'm going to do one thing, take one thing off my list, and then allow myself some time to relax. I've got myself some Pepsi. Today is not a healthy day. I've just accepted that. But I've got a pile of washing I need to sort, so I'm going to do that, sort it into what needs to be ironed, what can be put away, put those things away, all that kind of thing. And then I'm going to sit and read and maybe have a little nap. Maybe. We'll see. Hi, Georgie. I'm back home. She did care earlier. Honestly, as soon as the camera's on, she acts so aloof. Hi. Got her a little plate of lunch. She eats very slowly for a dog. She'll like come back to it over the next 20 minutes. Hey. Nothing. Food's there, she's not interested. I've never been so comfy in my life. I'm in my comfy PJs. I've got a fan on the go, keeping me cool. I'm watching Snakes and Ladders Board Game Club. It's so funny. I don't know what was happening with the screen there. But honestly, guys, I'm going to fall asleep in like 5 seconds flat. So I thought I'd better film something before I fall asleep. Good night. It's been some time later. I've napped for way too long. I went and got the car because it was getting new tyres. I've done some cleaning. I've been busy. But now I'm gonna make some cookies. I want cookies. But I am just using like a cookie mix, so does it really count as baking? No, but that's fine because I actually don't like baking. But I do like eating freshly baked things. Does that make sense? I'd rather someone else was doing the baking for me, essentially. But anyway, what I'm gonna do as a little baking expert is put the packet in the bowl. I'm then going to add the butter that I prepared earlier. I'm so good at this. Oh, and then I need to add water. Oh no, I threw away the packet. It said 15 milliliters of cold water, which is almost impossible to measure. So let's see what happens there. Now you're just supposed to mix this together, but I'm actually adding extra ingredients, just saying. Just things that I like. People probably won't like this, but number one, mini marshmallows. So, oh, I'll change the camera. Okay, I'm gonna add some mini marshmallows. I actually really hate marshmallows unless it's in something. Like I would never just eat a marshmallow. Okay, I don't know how many's good. I'm probably gonna have to add more water, right? Because I'm adding more ingredients. And then dried like raisins and things like that. I wanted just raisins, couldn't find them. They all had like cranberry and stuff in, but that's fine by me. Ta-da! That wasn't even centered, sorry. Okay, so then I'm gonna mix this around, but I really feel I'm gonna need to add more water because of all these extra ingredients adding to the mass, but we'll see. Okay, these are my cookies. Some of them look pretty good, some not so much. But now I need to put them in the oven for about 10 minutes, so let's see what they look like when they come out. Here we go, they're finished. They're burnt, a little bit burnt and misshapen, but they're gonna taste good. Who cares what they look like, right? Homemade cookies with chocolate chips, should have said they came in them, raisins and cranberries, and marshmallows. Although the marshmallows seem to have disappeared. But I'm very excited. That was fun. It was fun to bake. I never do that. It feels very autumnal to bake. And so guys, we come to the end of yet another vlog where a lot happened, but also nothing happened. I'm trying to close the curtains at the same time. It was very weird. It was very unexpected, but I had a good time. And today went well. That was the most important thing. I got the news I was hoping for, so things are good. Thanks for coming along with me. I needed the support, even though it was nice and easy in the end. I needed the comfort. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. More normal videos will be coming, hopefully, and I'll see you soon. Bye.